every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Hi guys, and welcome to THFC2 a day, your home Tottenham past, present, and exciting future under the mighty Tottenham Cockerel as we travel to West London to take on West Ham United and Tottenham Hotspur. This is the Spurs lineup. We start with Vicario and goal. We've got a back four: Gray, Danso, Davies and Spencer. Midfield tree: Assar, Basuma and Kulu, and the front tree of Odebear, Richarlison and Matez. Tail for West Ham, we've got Iraola, we've got Wanabaska, Tubu, whatever. I can't pronounce half of them West Ham. They're West Ham players, but anyway, that is the West Ham lineup, guys. The teams are on the pitch and ready to rock. It's an important game. It's our second last West London derby before the end of the season. Joining me, of course, is the man himself, is Steve. Steve,
you okay there,
thank you
Dermot?
very much for wrapping up before the whistle for me, sir. That was an
Absolutely.
enjoyable show. A bit spicy.
A little
bit
yeah.
spicy. Yeah, that's
A
what I
little
like about them
habanero
shows.
pepper. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
habanero pepper spicy, a little jalapeno spicy. Absolutely.
That's what I like about it. That's what I want about it. Guys, look, we got West Ham today, Steve. Look, come on. We all want to beat West Ham. We all want to beat. We all want to bust their bubbles. But as the teams are being announced on the telly here on Peacock here, have to say, living in Michigan is a lovely day in Michigan today. Lovely and sunny, early in the mornings. The referee, oh Lord Jesus Christ, I've just seen who the referee is. Oh Lord, no. Oh no, please no. I please don't tell me his idiot brother's in the VAR room as well, is he? Please don't tell.
That's
who's in VAR?
That's
Who's VAR, Steve, today?
I don't. I can look that up real quick.
Yeah, there's Ange. There's the players, the Tottenham players going over to where the Spurs fans are to do the huddle in front of the Spurs fans. Something Celtic did very much, and go over to near where the fans. West Ham are in the huddle as well. If you're wondering what kits they're wearing today, Spurs are in the traditional white shirts with blue sleeves, blue shorts, and blue and white socks. And of course, West Ham are in their traditional claret and blue. And Spurs are now just coming back. There's Richie, the number 9, and I think it is Tottenham that are going to get us off and underway here. Okay, gotta ask, do you care about the result at all? To me, Tequila, hell yeah, I care. I care big time.
By the way, today's referee is going to be Michael Oliver, and his assistant referees are going to be Stuart Burt and James Mainwaring. And Ruben Vicario. In the VAR, it will be Darren England and Peter Wright.
Well, there you go. You got Dummer and Dummer. Got Dummer refereeing and Dummer. Anyway, the game has kicked off, and it's West Ham where the throw in. We'll get to Steve in a minute for tactics and how do you think Spurs are going to set up, and how do you think West Ham are going to set up in a couple of minutes. But here's West Ham with the throw in up the wing. Good header on. Tottenham trying to win it, but good stuff for Saab, but West Ham get it. Lovely ball into the middle. West Ham playing it out wide. Checks, goes back. West Ham just playing it round the back. Richarlison pressing, while not doing well. It goes long. Danso over the head and go into the arms of
What
Captain Vicario.
what minute are you in, sir?
47.
Okay.
Are we all right? Are we together or?
I believe I'm on 50. I think I'm already at the first minute mark. Yeah, I'm at 102.
All right. Can you pause and I'll let you know when
Yep.
I'm there?
Yep. I'm at
Here's
106
West
right
Ham.
now.
Okay. I think no. Sorry. Hang on.
Yep,
I'm
we're
my
good.
bad. Let me know when you're at one. Let me know when you're at where are you now? Sorry.
115.
Okay. Let me know when you get to 120.
I'm right there right now.
Okay, fine. We're linked up.
Yep.
There is Papa Sarr. Tactics wise,
Mhm.
that's a good tackle by Sarr. That's how you start London Derby. Tactics wise, how do you see Ange setting up today? Very quickly, Steve, and West Ham as well.
Yeah, tactically, Ange Postecoglou is going to continue to roll out his patented 4-3-3, almost in a little bit of a holding, as Kulusevski and Pat Sarr are going to be pushing up the field high as high as tens, and you're going to see that relatively high-ish back line. With Matisse Tell working with Jed Spence off the left, same thing with Gray and Odegaard pushing up the wings on the right side, and Richie playing a little bit more centrally, being actually a little bit more fox in the box than what we would see from the pressing likes of Dominic Solanke. For West Ham and Graham Potter, it's going to be setting up in a 4-3-2-1 with full Krug up, and Bowen and Kudus essentially playing underneath. A midfield of Paqueta and Susek. I will say that today, I actually like the way that West Ham is actually set up, because it's going to be geared a little bit more centrally as they look to exploit Tottenham's midfield and try to utilize the open passing lanes that are probably going to be available.
Yeah, I would agree with you with that. There's Ange there on the screen there looking a little bit pensive. West Ham just had an attack a few minutes ago and it was out, got deflected by Ben Davies, didn't go out for a corner, but Tottenham were cold there. West Ham have started the better out of the two teams, but West Ham now just trying to play it forward here. Little triangles. Good block that was from Kulu. Kulu playing the 10 today, and you got a midfield 2, defensive 2 of Basuma and Sarr. But West Ham with all the ball at the moment. Here's West Ham. Good tackle by Kulu, but Kulu loses it. And West Ham now on the attack, but there's Jed Spence, puts all the way back to Vicario. Vicario with his feet. Lovely ball out now to Basuma. Basuma to Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr now looking for angles, looking for options. Finds Jed Spence. Jed Spence now goes all the way back to Ben Davies. Ben Davies stops, checks, finds his defensive partner of Danso. Danso runs forward, checks back. Now on the wing now to Archie Gray. Archie Gray, Tottenham going down on the left side here now.
Ooh.
And he plays it to Kulu. Good tackle that was, and in there is out for a Tottenham throw in. Yeah, he done well. Now it's a good little link up that was from Kulu, but a good tackle from Creswell there. And
just quickly, Derma, that when Tottenham are back on defense, it really is a double pivot of Sarr and Basuma.
Yeah,
but as this team moves into the attack, you're going to see Sarr play a little bit higher up the pitch because they like to have that extra runner.
They do. No, they do. You're right on that. Here is Matez Town now. For some who've seen him, back to Jed Spence. Jed Spence now plays it back to Ben Davies. Ben Davies now slowing it down. Finds now Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr back to Davies. Tottenham just playing it around, looking to get some confidence here. But they lose it to West Ham. West Ham
bad
now.
Pass.
It was a very bad pass. Here's West Ham now trying to play it around. They look more confident on the ball as well than Spurs do. Here's West Ham. Little incredit 1-2 passes. Rarely just pulling this Tottenham defence apart. Here's Bowen. Bowen gets a good block in that was from Jed Spence, who started the game well, but West Ham still on the attack. On on the right hand, on the right hand side, goes out of Jed Spence, out for a thrower. Well, West Ham look more at it than me, the Spurs do. Really
yeah,
do.
absolutely. And you look at the space in which they're operating centrally. They're able just to pass the ball in any direction that they want. Spurs are not playing up in a tight man right there. They're just allowing Spurs to make clean passes.
Yeah, but here's Jed Spence with a throw-in, looking for options. There's Ben Davies doing what he does, pointing like a policeman or a parking attendant at a car park. You can park your car here, sir. So Mateus Child tries to flick it on, loses it. West Ham get it back again. And it's all been West Ham really for the first 6 minutes of this game. Tottenham do not look good at all. They are absolute. Tottenham look awful, to be fair. But anyway, here's Kulu. Can Kulu? No, he plays it back. Stop passing it fucking back. Jesus Christ. Stop passing it back. Pass it forward. Lovely ball out there. Do pass it forward. Oh, go on, Odebear. Go on. You know what you want to, son. You know you want to go for it. Here is Basuma. Oh, God. Vicaria, would you start passing the ball fucking back like? Pass it forward.
Yeah, but look at the press that West Ham has put on.
Here's West Ham. Oh, they're asking for a penalty. No penalty, says Michael Oliver. I don't think it was a penalty either. Sorry, Steve, didn't mean to cut you off there, man. Go on, what you saying?
Oh yeah, no, I was trying to say, look at the high press that West Ham has put on them, taking away passing lanes up the side of which that's how Tottenham is looking to get up the field, right? Heavy on the wing back, so you're seeing a lot of pressing and taking him out of rhythm.
But here's Sarr now to Odebear. Odebear, can you get across in trying to find Kulu? Didn't find him. Well defended that was by West Ham. Here's West Ham now with the ball, keeping the ball now. Just generally just making Tottenham run round. But to do West Ham now, playing some good stuff here. Yeah. Here's Wan-Bissaka now, former of Manchester United. First season at West Ham, but good stuff for Jed Spence. And it's a free kick to West Ham. And Lepeke. Is it Lepeke? Yeah, this Paqueta has been fouled there.
Yeah,
Paqueta has been fouled there. And it's a free kick to West Ham. Got a few questions there for halftime from the people in the chat. We will get to your questions at halftime, guys. And there's a few interest ones there as well. But here's Basuma now. Basuma with West Ham get well out by Danso. Header in by West Ham. Looking for options. And it goes out for a Tottenham goal kick. Do you know what? I think if you look at the showing the handball again. No, it's not handball for me, but what do you reckon, Steve? Do you reckon that's handball or not?
Interesting, right? Because Basuma is carrying his arms low and it goes right off the arm. Was that a handball that took away a legit scoring opportunity? I don't know. That's why I don't think it was necessarily a handball, because it wasn't a direct shot on target.
And also his hand wasn't in a sort of, it was in its natural position, wasn't it? Really, if you look at it. But here's West Ham. Call it Dermo, says Gerard. I'm calling 3-0 Spurs win. There you go. I'm calling it now. Do you want to call it as well, Steve? What's your score prediction, sir?
I predicted 2-2, a 2-2 draw. I'm going to stick with that.
Okay, well, there you go, Gerard. You call it from me and Steve. And won the basket. Let's go that. 9 minutes gone, nearly 10 minutes gone. I think West Graham Potter will be quite happy with the two managers, to be fair. How the game has started. There's Jed Spence going to look for the ball. You think to get it for him, wouldn't you? But anyway, there's Graham Potter asking his backroom stuff. Where's Hermione and Ron? I need their help with a bit of Harry Potter magic.
A little expecto patronum.
Yeah, I thought you might like that. I've been waiting to put that in, actually, to be fair. But here's Kulu, and it is a throw. No, it's a free kick to Tottenham. Do you know what, Steve? What do you think Ange is, we've seen Kulu here. He is rusty. He is only start coming back. I know you wanted him to play today. Have you been impressed with Kulu, say for the first 10 minutes?
He really hasn't really, he hasn't really put himself in an advantageous position going forward. Right now, it's been more of a defensive, a defensive position. But we're also only 10 minutes in, and right, Tottenham hasn't really established their attack. They haven't really gotten numbers for that would allow Kulusevski to show off what he has, and of course, I think that's going to come within due time. But this is the way Tottenham always starts. They always take their time to get their feel of the game and figure out exactly how West Ham is going to play them. So I expect as this thing gets into the 25th, 30th minute, I think we're going to see a potential of what Kulu is going to bring to this match.
Well, there's Ben Davies trying to rally the troops. That was a cheap throw in the giveaway as well by Jed Spence and Matthias Taylor. Couldn't even control it. It just went under his foot. New ball. Tequila's right. West Ham have been more successful than Spurs the last 15 years. And
they won a European trophy, didn't they?
Yeah, they won the Conference League, under David Moyes. Here's West Ham long up the field, and it goes out for a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Go on.
I was going to say, I would love to see David Moyes coach a Tottenham Hotspur side. I'm a huge David Moyes guy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting. Actually, there's a show. There's a show right there for the summer. Steve for Moyes. There you go.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. I don't think David Moyes would ever take the Tottenham job. But
we normally do a show where we get somebody. Colin comes in and he pits two people together. That could be one of the questions. The for and against. Here's Ben West Ham.
Ben Davies.
And it was bad defending. And Ben Davies said, "Look, what am I to do, ref? What am I to do? Just play fucking football, you dopey."
Yeah, that was an absolute, it was an absolutely dreadful tackle right there. Yeah, it looked like Fulcrum made that brilliant move, and he was about to slide right past him, and so Ben Davies just sticks out a foot. Do you know why I like David Moyes? Because his players run through a wall for him. Technically, yes, there are better managers out there, but you know what though? Having a team that's united behind one guy and playing hard with this talent.
No, I agree with you. To do run through a wall for him, you're spot on that. You look at Everton, how they've changed. But look, it's a free kick to West Ham here in a very dangerous area, good 25 yards outside the Tottenham half. Free kick given away by Ben Davies. He got booked as well, guys. It's the number 3. It's Cresswell on the ball. He now flicks it in. Over everyone, goes out for a goal kick. But that was dangerous. That was very dangerous. And do you want to talk us through that, Steve? Go on.
What's interesting is that and again, Tottenham is allowing West Ham to get into position and also being able to have that space to put that looping cross in. And I'll tell you what, that cross was absolutely on the money. And my God.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm 1 for 1 in goal prediction. I had Wilson Odegaard scoring 1 today.
Tottenham 1, West Ham 0. What are you talking about? Go and bust your bubbles. Andrew's talking to Ben Davies. There is Odegaard. And it was good pressing by William Tell there, wasn't it? He got there, he pressed, Absolutely. And he got the ball back. He then got Richardson, left it, and there was Odegaard. 1-0 Tottenham. Come on. Go on, talk us through the goal, Steve. Go on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that it starts with a brilliant ball over the top. And I love seeing them take the chances and allowing Tell to work in space, wins the ball back, puts a nice little cheeky pass across the box, and good Lord, man. Talk about Johnny on the spot. There's Wilson Odegaard unmarked right there at the back post. That's a goal 10 times out of 10. And again, it starts with taking those chances from the back. You see a guy 1v1, you're going to play him on it. And yeah, initially it wasn't the greatest the greatest ball to the top, but the tenacity of Tell to win that ball back up high and just put one across for Odegaard, phenomenal goal.
It was, and the way he took it, it was very much like a Brennan Johnson type goal, wasn't it? He was there, he came round the back, he snuck
Correct.
round the back, and it's what we want from our wingers. But Odegaard, is that his first goal for Tottenham?
No, I think Wilson Odegaard scored against he scored 2 against AZ in the second leg.
Yeah,
didn't he?
But
Yeah.
that's his first goal, I think, in
league?
the Premier League.
League? Yeah, no, I think
it
yeah.
is.
No, I think he's got a couple more. Yeah, Boris says it's his third. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Oh, he got 2 against, yeah. But in the Premier League, that is his first goal, Premier League. But in Europe, as you both rightly said,
okay,
first league goal for us. But Tottenham 1-0 up now. Can we build in this? Can we go into a 2-0 win? Can we go into a 3-0 lead? Can we build this? There's Harry Potter looking a little bit disheveled, a little bit angry, a little bit disappointed. Hermione and Ron haven't turned up. He's lost his wand. Dumbledore's disowned him. He looks a little bit lost there, old Harry Potter. But we got James saying, "Get in there." You called it, Steve. Yeah. Well, we had to see the scoreline. He went for 2-2. I'm going for 3-3. 3-0. Let's see.
I had it as a 2-2 draw, and I had goals with Wilson Odegaard and Dejan Kulusevski. So I'm 1 for 1.
You're 1 for 1 at the moment, and there's Vicario. I like Vicario as captain, by the way. I think that's a good choice. Here is Vicario with the ball, the Italian man, the Italian monster, the Italian captain, puts the ball on the ground. There's Ange pointing out. Don't know what he's pointing at. He's pointing at Bilbao. That's what he's pointing at. He says, lads, that's where we're heading. And it goes out for a... We all criticise Mateus Tail, right? But for him, he'd done a lot of pressing there. That's what you want from your wingers, isn't it? You want high press from your wingers.
Correct. You want to utilize that speed to close down space and make make your opponent miss. I'm happy to see Matisse Tell getting involved in it, because there was times where he was a little lackadaisical in the press. But that being said, it looked like he's shown up today.
Yeah. Yeah, you will get your reward at the end of the season. You will get a little trophy tequila. We all said Europa League. It's just that we all got our league positions really wrong. But we will go through that, guys, at the end of the season on our rewards show for the end of season show. We will go through everyone's early predictions. See how wrong we have been.
Yeah, I don't think I had this team 3rd or 4th. I actually had them somewhat replicating last year's. I actually had them anywhere between 5th and 8th.
But can I just say, I did predict Liverpool will win the league at the start of the season. Everybody else went for Man City. It was the only one to go for Liverpool. So I did get my league champions right.
I had Arsenal.
How could you have picked Arsenal, Steve? Seriously.
Because after a couple of years of finishing second, it looked like they were ready to take that next step, and I'm glad they didn't. I was glad I was proven wrong.
Here's Donso now.
I had City finishing 3rd, actually.
Yeah, well, you're probably right. That
I had it Arsenal, Liverpool, City.
Yeah, well, we're glad. But there's Kudus now. I think, is that Kudus? Yeah, he's been booked as well. It is. He's been booked as well. So that's 1 booking each. Let's see. Was it a booking? Oh, that was a bit high. I'm sorry. Should that be a red card?
Ooh. Now that I see the replay, yeah, those spikes were definitely high.
Yeah. But here's Vicario, kicks it down the field to Richarlison. Richarlison dicks, ducks.
There you go, Richie.
Changed like a little eel in the middle of the pitch. There's Mateus Tail. But he loses it. Mateus, run after the fucking ball, Mateus. Oh, it's a throw into West Ham. Okay, you don't have to run after it. Okay.
Yeah, he got his pocket picked, didn't he?
He did. But here's one, the basket all the way back. Richie trying to push. There, pumps it up to the field. Good header by Danso. Tottenham now starting to get into it. 1-0 up after 20 minutes, guys. An Odegaard goal, a really good goal as well. Set up by William Tell. Richie left it in the middle, and there was Tell. There was Odebear to put it into an empty net. I want to say big up to all our people that are watching. Big up 591 of you already in the house. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who turned in to join Steve last night for the MLS watch along over on all 3 platforms. I think when you work it out, I worked it out, Steve, something around about over 2,500 views altogether on all 3 platforms.
Yeah, you know, on the on stateside footy this morning, it was 645. And as far as the engagements on the full-time network and of course THFC TWD, I would probably assume it would be in that 2,000 range. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in, and you know, Leo Messi definitely put on a performance.
I did tell you, Steve, you get the views. I did tell you.
Yeah.
I did tell you.
Big up to Tequila who joined last night, man. It's always good to see you, Tequila.
Tequila is a good man. Tequila is a brother. He's a brother in arms, and he knows that. And I hope you're feeling all right today, Tequila. I hope you're feeling a bit better. But, you know, keep in touch. But here's West Ham. Now, on the attack, Tottenham looking a little bit dicey. James said it should have been a pen. I think this will be given. I think James must be well ahead of us. No spoilers, James. No spoilers. But let's see now. Is it
very good by Batistel to close that down, because Jed Spence tried to make a challenge. He stepped up. And then, of course, he blew right past him, and Batistel was right there to close it down. Very big, very big of Batistel right there.
Yeah, here's Jed Spence now looking for options. Long throw down the wing. West Ham getting out. It's another Tottenham throw-in. And there is Ange Postecoglou walking around. What in the world? What? Mason Mount scored. Jesus Christ, what is happening in the world?
Oh. I like to get Mason Mount on a free on FC 25.
It's West Ham now. Oh, was that a free kick? No, says the referee. Play on. Here's Papa Sarr. That is a free kick, and that should be a booking as well. Book the fucker. Go on. Book him. Yellow card him. No, Michael Oliver says, no, I'm not going to yellow card him because I promised me a bubble blowing machine for Christmas, West Ham, so I'm not going to book him.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul. But do you think that was a bookable offense right there?
Yeah, I think it's bookable.
Okay.
He didn't go for the ball, did he?
No.
It's just that I don't like West Ham, so anything West Ham do, I just don't like. But a long kick up by Vicario. Header, try to flick on by Richie, doesn't get it. Basuma, who started the game well, actually. Ben Davis, head of through. A bit of head ball tennis. Lovely ball. Papa Sarr. Good stuff from Spurs. Here's Tottenham on the attack. Here's Mateus Tell. Mateus Tell goes down. Is that no? It's a free kick. It's not a penalty.
Nope. Outside the box.
Outside the box as well. Maybe that's what the guys were talking about. Is it? No.
That was a little bit of a rough challenge right there by Todibo, stepping up, taking away the momentum of Matisse Tell. A little bit of a rough penalty right there.
Yeah, but it's a free kick. 24 minutes gone. 1-0 Spurs. Michael Oliver there talking to the West Ham players. Don't worry, I will look after you. As I said, you promised me a bubble blowing machine, but Tottenham have offered me something better. A big cuddly cockerel to cuddle at night. It's Mateus Tell free kick, and it goes way over the bar.
What are you doing, Matisse?
Fuck's sake! No.
Hey,
would you like to describe that free kick, by the way, in one word?
Yeah, it was garbage. A waste of a free kick. By the way, is Mason Mount still with Manchester United?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Tequila saying too much info after Michael Oliver and his cuddly cockle that we've offered him.
That does sound like something you would do alone on a Friday night, cuddle a cockle.
Yeah. Oh, here's West Ham. West Ham. Oh, well defended by Tottenham.
Well defended.
Up the field by Basuma, who's played well.
There's Charlison. That's, you know what, as this game has opened up and you're actually starting to see Spurs get in this one using the
Yeah.
confidence of the one goal. They're actually playing incredibly hard. Heads are up.
Yeah. They're playing so much better than they did last week against Liverpool, by the way.
Oh, for
And
sure. For sure.
I mean, look, we both said it, didn't we? And as Ben Davies goes back to Vicario, they're just playing it around the back to themselves. But Vicario kicks it long up the field, looking for Richie, doesn't find it, headed by West Ham. But there's Basuma again. Basuma gets his pocket picked. Here's West Ham. Bad pass from West Ham. But here's Spurs. Here's Richie now. Richie holding the ball, and that is a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Well done, Richie.
Right there. Well done.
I tell you one thing, Steve. I tell you, this is a far better performance. They're trying. They're playing for the shot. It's all you could ever ask for, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's exactly what you and I wanted to see at the beginning of this one. Just a hard 90. Take your chances and make those chances count. And yeah, they're not necessarily playing Ange ball that we would consider Ange ball. They're a little bit more pragmatic. They're more of a counterattacking team. And I just love to see the hustle and the effort.
It's more like how we play in Europe, isn't it? Really, how we're playing today.
Yeah, absolutely. West Ham has had a good portion of the ball, but credit to that back line because you know me. I'm not the biggest fan of Ben Davies.
No, you're not.
I think he's more than just a liability. But you know what though? He's actually playing incredibly hard today. Now, is that the lack of talent with West Ham, or is that Ben Davies?
I think, look, I've always, Ben Davies for me has always got, out of the three, Eric Dyer, Sanchez and Davies, I think Davies has always got the sort of the rough end of the stick because he was partnering two really donuts at centre back. So how could you judge him? But anytime he's come in, he has done the job for us. He is Mr. Reliable in one way. And out of the tree, if you were to say to me, would you keep Dyer, Sanchez, or Ben Davies? I would have said Ben Davies all day long.
I actually would have said Dyer if you were playing him in his right position. But as far as center backs go, yeah, I mean, at least he has been consistent enough over his career. But yeah, I like Dyer as a CDM.
Yeah, but here's West Ham. West Ham with the back. Oh no. Oh, did I? There they go. For fuck's sake. Seriously, through the legs of Vicario. It was through the legs of Vicario. We were caught napping, caught sleeping, caught everything, bubbles everywhere. And it's Bowen, and he does this again and again and again and again.
Bowen.
And again, it was through the legs of captain. He's turned up. He says, right, I'm the captain of West Ham. I'm going to show Harry Potter how to wave his magic wand. I'm going to have a little bit of Voldemort here. And this is Wonder Basker. Go on,
look at the run by. Yeah, dude, look at the run by Bowen as they're pushing up the right side. Bowen's sitting right there in the channel, right above Ben Davies, and he just runs right past him, puts himself in a great position. And then again, Davis is there to at least get a block on it. Does not attempt the block, and he just goes right through the legs of Vicario right there. By the way, fantastic run, fantastic goal by Bowen. That was absolutely brilliant. Great piece of footwork right there by Jared Bowen. Man, was that awesome.
Yeah. It is. And through the legs of Vicario. I don't know how he let that through. If he kept his leg, for fuck's sake, that was a terrible goal to give away. But anyway, it's 1-1, guys, here. Half an hour gone. West Ham. Anyway, here's Sarr with a header. West Ham with a header. A bit of head ball tennis going on here. Hello.
That is
Go on.
Go on.
Go on, Kulu. Go on.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a free kick.
There you go,
yeah. Look, I'm sorry I can't swear. If there's children watching, I do apologize. Fuck off, you cheating fucking dick. Seriously. I apologize for the language. You're a cheating little fucking dick saying he pulled my shirt, Grow up and be a fucking man, you asshole. Seriously. You never touch your shirt, you lying, two-faced West Ham.
Who's that?
Twat.
Oh, you talking about Bowen?
Bowen. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean if there's any children watching, I do apologize for my language. It's not £600 fine for that.
Good Lord. Good Lord, Jeremy. Yeah, you went on a like I think we're gonna have to keep a swear jar.
Yeah. Can I pay an installments column for that? By the way, there is a Spurs player down. Jed Spence is down, and it is Kudus again, who's already been booked. Now, if this is a bookable second, is it? Do you know what? If I'd have been every time for every clean sheet we kept this year, would be so poor you would be.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that a bookable offense there, Steve? What he sort of went under him, didn't he? And sort of pushed him.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And
Do
this,
you think
and
it's
this
just a
wasn't,
50-50 or?
and yeah, like a part of me wants to say 50-50, but another part of me says that was just designed to keep Jed Spence from turning forward.
Yeah.
And so he goes down by the knees. Like if you look at it, he's not playing the ball, he's playing the knees.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like that actually kind of looks like a bookable offense. I can understand. I can somewhat understand it. But that being said, man, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like that was a little dirty.
Yeah. But it is, there's Ange there waving his hands there. That
Nice
was when
jumper.
West Ham, that's when Tottenham scored. Look at him. Come on, come on, come on. This is what we want. This is what we want. And again, they are showing the West Ham goal. And Jed Spence was really caught napping there. He really was.
Yeah.
And then through the legs of Jesus Christ. Every time you look at it.
It wasn't just Jed Spence on the switch. It was also Ben Davis napping and letting Bowen run on that angle. And so he gets burnt, turns back, and is in a position to at least try to slide and deflect that out of bounds, and he doesn't. And it's like, man, you know, that's the downside of a dude like Ben Davis.
West Ham have a 46 win percentage to win this game. Tottenham 32 win percentage and 21% the draw. But here's West Ham now with the ball at the back near their area. There is a chance. There's always a chance when we're Tottenham. We're the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. We are the team that goes marching home. But here's West Ham now with the sort of wind behind their sails, you can say, after getting that equaliser. Tottenham look a bit, have the stuff and sort of taken out them a little bit. There's Matez's tail. There's Richie. Go on, Pigeon Man. Well done, Kulu. Sexy Kulu. Go on, Kulusevski. He gets it, and it's a free kick to West Ham. No way a free kick to West Ham. I swear to God, this referee has been bought by a bubble machine. He's been offered one that's one in his referee's room. I swear. But anyway, I'll get myself into trouble one day for saying these things. I will get a letter from the Premier League telling me to stop saying these stuff. Oh, dear. But here is Ben Davis. Ben Davis now to tell to Jed Spence. Jed Spence grabs it, puts Richie over the bar. And that was a chance for Richie to really bury that in the back of the net, but he didn't. Steve, do you want to talk to that build up?
Yeah, that was excellent, man. A nice little flick on by Matisse Tell as Jed Spence was running forward. And that was actually a very superb ball into the box. Finds Richie just a touch, man. That was a very good chance. I mean, again, it goes to show you that this team is getting forward and getting dangerous, but they have to be just a skosh more clinical in that box.
Yeah, they do. Long kick out by West Ham. Up the field it goes. There is Ben Davis. He slipped. West Ham looking a bit more dangerous, but here's Kulusevski now being brought down. Michael Oliver says, thank you, free kick. Spurs, take it quick. Papa Sarr. No, you take it back to where the ball stopped. Go on. Be a good boy and put it there. Anyway, here's Basuma. That's it. If you want to sing at some point, you can do, Steve. Oh, dear. Here's Ben Davis. Ben Davis now to Kulu. Kulu brought down another foul, another free kick. Where's the bookings referee? Where's the yellow card? Come on.
Yeah.
Get the yellow cards out. Get the yellow cards out. Come on, ref.
And it was Paqueta. Yeah, again.
He's a dirty little fucker, he is. Anyway, back to Ben Davis. Ben Davis kicks it long down the field. Looking for Matez Tell. Matez Tell loses it. Well done for Tubu there. Shieldon kicks it up the field. Header back by Davis. Oh, that is a bad stop, but there is Danso with a header. A bit of head tennis going on. 40-30. Point to Tottenham for winning.
Oh, and Bowen doesn't get it. Bowen doesn't get a whistle.
No, And there's Richie.
Oh.
Richie running down, and it goes out for a throw into Spurs. Spurs putting the pressure on a little bit here now. Tottenham getting their foot back in the game a little bit. Here's Jed Spence with the throw-in to Tell to Spence. Spence looking for options. Stop going fucking back. Goes all the way back to Ben Davies. Stop going fucking back. Go forward, for Christ's sake. Ben Davies. Graham Potter looks like a windmill on the touchline, throwing his arm around like a windmill. Angie's just standing like a statue. It goes out for a Spurs throw-in.
Angie's he's been a little more animated today. I've seen a couple shots where he's pointing.
He actually has, actually. Yeah. I'm not singing it.
You guys are shit. You guys are shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about Levy. He don't care about me. All I care about is Kulusevski. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All I'm gonna sing is Spurs are on the way to Bilbao. Tottenham gonna do it again. That's what I'm singing. In case you're watching anyone from Tottenham Hotspur, we're very much behind Mr. Levy. Yeah, we would like this. We'd
He's
like
awesome.
to get connected. Yeah, we would like to get connected with the club in the professional way as a channel. So we do
so
like
awesome.
Mr. Levy. Steve will change that. We'll change that song to we all we care about is Kulu. We don't care about Kulu. We will change that song.
That's funny. Yeah, by the way, that's in that first leg against Bodo Glimt, that song was being sang at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium right there. I believe it was in the first half where the Kulusevski song came out, and I was like, oh boy. That's not good.
Also, the sound staying in full force, Wolfsburg and Spurs are on their way to Bilbao, which was lovely. 37 minutes gone here. Mateus Tail there just got tackled. It's gone out for a throw into West Ham. Big up to 761 of you in the house already. Big up to everyone. An absolutely phenomenal number. We are free to buy Mr. Levy. At least I am very open to it. Pay me off and call me Michael Dawson. Okay, Mick, how you doing? This is Tottenham's B team, I think. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up this week. Well, we're getting more to that at halftime as well. But here's West Ham. West Ham now looking for a break. Here's Bowen. Bowen, always a danger. Crossfield ball now. West Ham gone from left to right, or right to left, as ever you want to call it. West Ham now keeping the ball. Tottenham pressing. Richie pressing. And it's good pressing by Spurs. Well done for Tottenham. That was handball. No, says referee. Go and play on. It's gone out for a Spurs throw-in. That was good pressing by Spurs, actually, to be fair. Really was. Here is Archie Gray back to Danso. Back to Vicario. De Ben Davis. Back to Vicario. The Italian monster, Vicario. Spurs attacking the areas 59% down the left wing, 17% down the center, 24% down the right. I think I've got that right way around anyway. Here's Richie. Richie now. William Tell. There's the overlap by Spence.
Oh, nice.
For fuck's sake. Oh, here's Richie. Richie through the middle. Oh, fuck. An open goal. Oh, that was a chance. Why did somebody not attack that ball?
Clinical.
Talk
the
us
need
through
to be clinical. Yeah, and Matisse Tell with a nice little hold up right there, but then he flicks it forward to Richarlison, who actually has that whole right side of the net available, and all it takes is just a nice little cheeky flick on the net, but it looks like he overpowers it, allowing the goalkeeper to flick that one away. But that was Richarlison's far and away his best opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, and you look at it, he just flat out missed it.
No, I think he put it across the face of goal to see if somebody would be in there. Maybe you're right, but in my opinion, I think he put it across the ball. But
yeah, that very well could be. It looked like an errant shot.
I think it's one of them. Was it a shot or was it a cross? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them.
No, I know exactly what you mean. 100%.
Yeah. But here's West Ham. 5 minutes to go before halftime. Here's West Ham. We will also give you our latest on our channel sponsor at halftime as well. Lovely kick up the ball. Jed Spence now.
Oh,
Here's
here's Kulu.
Kulu now. Lovely Kulu. Kulu picks it, pocket now. Kulu in the bench. Tries to get it. Here's Matez Tail. Matez Tail. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Spurs. Oh, here's Kulu again. That's no way a free kick, referee. Seriously. Seriously. The referee, the player just fell over. Oh, come on.
Oh, are they going to say that was on Sar?
He never even fucking touched him.
Oh.
I know Man United plays. I know Man United plays a good column, but Jesus, this one's a bit of a cheater here.
Hey, what's funny is we were talking about was it the chicken or the egg with that shot across by Richarlison? I was thinking he was hoping that Wilson Odegaard would apparate to the to the far post right there and just come out of nowhere and do a little Harry Potter magic and just magically up here right there to knock that one in.
I think Ange's Voldemort needs to do a little bit of dark magic here, I think, against Harry Potter.
Who must not be named.
Yes, he who must not be named. West Ham. 41 minutes gone, 1-1 here at the London Stadium. Yes, me and Steve are at the London Stadium. This is just an illusion behind us. We really are in the crowd. Yeah, we really are.
Where are the bubbles?
Where's the bubble machine, Steve? Did you bring it into? Oh no, you haven't. All right, we'll go and get one at halftime.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh,
ooh,
nice play.
Now. Oh, good tackle by Jed Spence. Good block by Spencey boy. That's what you want from Spence. The Jedi. He used his Jedi magic on Wonder Basket and said, "You will miss. You will miss," and it worked. Well done. That's
great recovery on the line. Yeah, that's great recovery of other Jed Spence because that was actually a brilliant pass. And Spence with that recovery to put a slide in with the full block, man, that was brilliant.
So, on the floor, Tequila says that's not water in that fly stomo. I understand it. I would something strong to watch this team nowadays. Yeah,
is it tequila?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's actually Irish special brew, and Tequila knows what I'm on about. A bit of poaching. It's a little bit of poaching. Here's West Ham. Oh, and it's gone out for a nothing because there's Jed Spence. There's Tottenham lose it. Oh, here's West Ham in the area, but Jed Spence again brilliantly defended, and he gets crowded out. West Ham wait for it, and they go, to keep it in, to cross it in, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
What are you doing, Dan? So I understand stepping up and taking away space, but you got to put a challenge right in there. Get that ball away now. Yeah, you know what? I'll say this: like it worked in Tottenham's, but there has to be a little bit more aggression.
Yeah. Apparently, Delict is out injured again. Maybe we'll give you all the updates for the games that are kicked off at this time as well. Do you know what, Steve? As much as I can't wait for the season 4, I'm getting a bit sad that the season's nearly ended. Do you know that? Just getting a little bit.
I am too. As bad as the season has been, I just love. Yeah. I love showing up on Sundays for match day.
Same here. But we've got plenty of stuff coming in. Oh, Tottenham, all 6 and 7 brought down. Referee says no penalty. West Ham player went down in the penalty area. He said no penalty. It's Kulu. Well, now, will that go to VAR, I wonder? Will we get another look at that? If we do, Steve, talk us through it here, the corner.
Yeah, as that ball was pinging around, it was Matisse Dell who put his foot out right there. And that was Paqueta.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a penalty.
Well, I've seen them given.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But that's the thing is, it looked like Paqueta embellished a little bit on that.
Yeah. Why I mean I'm happy. I'm a bit sad because I love football, and we're gonna have. I suppose we're gonna have the Irish League. We've got the MLS. We've got plenty of football to keep us going. We've got the World Club. We've got transfers shows coming up. We've got probably a new manager show coming up. We've got history shows coming up. We've got plenty coming up this summer as well. Of course, Steve's on his holidays from Steve, you're on your holiday soon, aren't you, sir?
Yes, sir. Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, I'll be back in the hometown of Seattle, Washington to hang out with the ex-wife and my kids, and I'm looking forward to it. And I get to see my mom So it's going to be nice to see some family as well too. And I'm just going to enjoy the time and get back to seeing the Emerald City, man. I'm looking forward to it.
And also I'm off the first week of June, but don't worry, guys, we'll have you covered on this channel, whatever happens. And maybe we might get a a little travel blog from Seattle from Steve, in maybe shows a bit of Seattle for the channel viewers. So we'd love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe give us a little view round, a little travel view round, round Seattle, and show us the
I would love to do
parts.
that. I would absolutely love to do that.
Would do that. Tequila says, if we get to the Europa final, I would join you for the game. You asked me the other day. I did promise if we get there, so I'm on. Yeah, look, it'd be great to have you back. I think that final will be a little different. There will be a few people on that stream. I think it'd be a joint Man United Tottenham stream as well if Man United get there. So
that would be a killer live stream.
It will be
with Colin
yeah, me and Colin going at each other. you and Tequila just sitting back there getting the popcorn.
But by the way, the Colin had a killer troll yesterday.
Oh, it's Richie. Oh no, it's Richie. Richie's got the ball in the West Ham box. We've got 2 minutes of time added on as well. It's offside. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to do that, but it's 2 minutes of time on as well. And it was a lovely...
put a nice little ball in there. Yeah, Kulusevski put a nice little weighted thing, and now it gets blocked, but Richie was offside. And that's why he gets whistled for it. But then it's nice to see Kulusevski doing what Kulusevski does. But did you appreciate the troll by Colin where he was showing Spurs trophy cabinet with the trophy cabinet?
And it is halftime here at the London Stadium. It is 1-1. Odegaard give Tottenham the lead. Odegaard give Spurs the lead. Then Bowen equalised on the half-an-hour mark. It is 1-1 here. Steve, look, overall thoughts of the first half. Look, for me, I think it's been an even game. It's been an even first half. I think Tottenham have edged it just slightly. But what's your thoughts on the first half, and especially Tottenham's sort of performance? Well, Steve's not there, so I'll give you my thoughts on the first half. Look, for me, it's been a good first half, actually. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a really entertaining London derby. It really has been. It's been a feist. It's been physical. And I think Tottenham have edged it just a little bit. For me, I think Ben Davies has done well. I think Jed Spencer's played well. I think Basuma's been sort of off it. Papa Sarr's done his job. Archie Gray and Danso as well have done well. But I think Tottenham have edged that first half. I think they can be happier of the two teams going in at half-time. The only sort of thing I would say about it is conceding that goal and it going through Vicario's legs. I think if he kept his legs together and made himself a bit bigger, I think that goal never happens. Steve, what's your thought about the first half? I've said Tottenham, I think for me, have edged it a little bit. I think Sarr's played well. I think Kulu's grown into the game. I think Danso and Davis have done well as a centre-back pair, and I think Richie's worked hard up front. I think Odegaard and Tell haven't done too bad. But what's your performance? What's your thoughts on the first half, sir?
I thought it was a good performance, something that can carry over into the second half. I like the fact that Tottenham are being a little brave on the attack as well too. Not afraid to put little cheeky little flicks forward. Richarlison has you're absolutely right. Richarlison has done well in the press, but he's also done very good to put himself in advantageous positions because he had a couple opportunities there. That he, with a little bit more clinical touch, Tottenham probably could be up 2-1, 3-1 at this point. But that being said, I think the other thing is, what I like most about it is the hustle when they're tracking back on defense. And you're absolutely right. A little slip up from Ben Davis was I know that you highlighted Jed Spence on that one getting burnt on the goal. But that being said, it was like, Ben Davis did have an opportunity to at least get a sliding block in there before the Bowen put past Vicario. And I just thought it was maybe a little tentative right there. But outside of that, overall, yes, I think you're seeing good performances from Danso and a little bit from Ben Davis. And you know what the name that we haven't heard was Archie Gray. Archie
Yeah.
Gray really was not involved, which I guess that's a good thing considering that West Ham is really attacking that left flank of Tottenham. For the most part, I thought that they did a good job defensively. I even thought Vicario had a nice, not the goal withstanding. I thought he had a pretty solid first half as well too. So a lot of good individual performances, and I expect this to carry over. I guess what I really want to see now in the second half is maybe Richarlison just being a little bit more clinical, because he's actually put himself into very good spots.
One thing I like about it as well, Steve, we haven't dropped our heads after they equalised.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. We kept going. Looking at the bunch there, is there anybody you bring on for the second half? Would you bring on Mikey Moore? Would you bring on one of the kids? We haven't got another striker to replace Richarlison.
Right.
So I suppose Richie will get the full 90 minutes, but would you put Johnson up there, put Mateus Tell up front, bring him on?
Yeah.
What would you do if you're Ange?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a situation where Richie's probably going to get 70, and then you would probably see Mikey Moore come on with Matisse Tell go up on top. That's an interesting one as well too. But as far as Ajay, to me that seems like it's going to be a substitution if Tottenham's up 2-1, 3-1 late in the game, like in the 80th minute. Then you probably might see Ajay.
Yeah. James, look, we're talking about the game. I thought it's been a good first half by Spurs. They just edged it. I thought Vicario was really up fault for the goal. I mean, I agree with Steve. I criticise Jed Spence, but he's right to say Ben Davis did let his man go as well. I missed that. So when you're doing the commentary, this is why I love Steve. Steve's able to pick up the other bits that I've missed. So I really, he makes a really valid point on that. Go on, Steve.
I was going to say, because when the switch happened,
watching the game.
Hang on. We've got a bit of. Sorry, Steve. Do you want to finish what you're saying? I think there's a little bit of overlap here. Go on, Steve.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Go on, Steve. Carry on talking.
Yep. When the switch happened, Jed Spence was out of position, so he couldn't make a play. But then the pass goes forward to Bowen, who was camped in the channel, and he runs right past Ben Davis to get around the corner, and then Ben Davis has to track back. But there's enough time for Ben Davis to put in a sliding tackle to at least get a block in, or at least try. And he doesn't do it, and he sits there and watches Bowen put one past Vicario right there. I thought it was a lack of football IQ right there in that moment.
Yeah, James Dunn, do you want to give your thought in the first half, man? It was just your internet was a bit funny, Steve. So it was just you were speaking over each other. So that was all. I don't know where Steve's gone. James, do you want to give your thought in the first half? Sorry. It was just Steve's internet was playing up, so you're sort of talking over each other. So what's your thought in the first half, man? Where have you... what do you think of the Spurs' performance and also the goal we conceded? Who do you think was at fault for that? Can you hear me, James? Can you hear me, man? Hello?
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Yeah, we
can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear you for some reason. I apologise.
Right. Thoughts on the game? Hang on. I've got a plan. Hang on. You're going to like
Let me just close this off and I'll try and rejoin.
No, don't go anywhere. Hang on. Don't go anywhere.
No, he went somewhere.
He went somewhere.
He's going to try to take care of his hearing issue.
See, this is what I was going to bring up for him.
That's funny.
I will keep that up for him just in case.
Well,
hang on. Yeah.
There
If
we
you
go.
can
Now I
hear
can hear
us,
you.
I
There we
was
go.
bringing this up for you, James. This what was Plan B.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So I couldn't hear you guys, but just very quickly on like what I saw in that first half. I think we started positive. Ben Davis, I cannot believe he let his man go, and he just stopped running.
Yep.
You saw him go, and I'm like, just go with him. Go. Why have you not gone? And then it was too late. But Vicario, how he's been beaten between his legs at his near post. That is goalkeeping 101 right there.
Right.
If you don't get beaten at your near post between your legs, you keep your legs closed, you keep your legs tight. And look, yeah, just disappointing really after such a promising start. I think for the first half, I think Bissouma needs another rocket up his arse like he got on Thursday. Looked a bit dodgy. Richarlison, Matisse Tell playing really well. Odegaard getting forward. It's so frustrating when you see it. It's so frustrating when you see it, when you see simple things causing goals and causing us to concede. It's
the interesting thing though, James, is that Richarlison has been put in two different positions where he could actually make an impact if he was just a little bit more clinical. That flick on by Matisse Tell that actually freed him. All he has to do is put a shot on net because he had the right side of the net completely open. And I don't know if this was a situation where he was thinking that Odegaard was going to be at the far post, but in that situation, you got to put a ball on net.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm all for players and strikers being unselfish. I'm all for that, but sometimes you need that little bit of selfishness.
Yeah.
Just put your foot through it.
Yeah, that's why the greats like Harry Kane or Mo Salah and players like that are so successful, because they will be that bit selfish. They will put the ball in the back of the net. Look, I was saying to Steve, I mean, if Richie doesn't last the full 90 minutes, you look at the bench, there's no recognised striker on there. So do you put Tell up front? Do you put Johnson up front? I always said Johnson probably will end up as a striker anyway. You look at, I remember Henry. He was a left winger at Monaco, ended up becoming a striker for Arsenal. Do you think the same thing could be said for Johnson?
Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson.
Yes.
That it could end up being a striker for us.
It could. I think he needs to become stronger. First of all, but what I can see happening is, if he's going to change it, the way looking at our subs bench is that he will. If he takes Richie off, he will probably push Tell through the middle, and either put Mikey Moore or switch Odegaard and put Kulusevski out, and then get Mikey to sit behind. It's tricky, really, because of the bench. Yes, the bench is strong, but it's not strong for a like for like, unless you put young Clinton Ajay up there and put him up front. But he's not an out and out striker, so.
The interesting thing though is like going off the patterns of Ange Postecoglou. The first option would probably be Matisse Tell, as they're bringing on Mikey Moore, or if they bring on Brendan Johnson, you can move Odegaard to the left, and then that's going to be your your front three. Or maybe they move Kulusevski up front, because they had flirted with Kulusevski up front in a couple different games earlier in the season. But that being said, it's like, I look at this as probably going to be Matisse Tell finishing up top. I would probably just assume that's going to be the play. But the thing about this is like, if this is going to continue to be a 1-1 game, does Brendan Johnson come on first before Mikey Moore? Are we going to see some minutes from Mikey Moore at some point today?
I hope we see some minutes from Mikey Moore. I think he deserves some minutes. But the probably more logical choice would be push Tell up front, pull Odebear out onto the left, and put Johnson out on the right. That's your most logical choice, but I would like to see Mikey Moore being given a run. And I think his drive and desire has got a lot to be that I think he wants to impress. He wants to show the club what he's about. That's why I think he should be given the chance, but that's again my opinion.
I keep saying, right, that Brennan Johnson can play in the number 10 role, and I keep being laughed out of it by everyone.
I'm not laughing you out of it. I know think he can play there, but he just needs to be stronger.
Do you think? Do you guys think? And I'd love to know what people think in the chat as well. We've got nearsighted remembrance. As I said, 830 of you in the house already. Johnson is not a 10. Well, look, there's the first. Sorry, bad. Look, it's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and it's how I see it as a football fan. And I like Brennan Johnson. I think Johnson could be a 10. You telling me that Henry wouldn't have made a great striker because he's a left winger? There's players that change position. You telling me that what was it? That Archie Gray couldn't play centre back when he's a CDM. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love your mug, by the way, James. I think it's
Mr. Tottenham. Yeah.
Mr. Tottenham.
Is there Mr. Tottenham now? The Mr. Men. Fair play to them.
Yeah.
My question about Johnson at the 10, Dermot, is like, do you believe he possesses a high work rate for distribution? Being that type of guy who can pull the strings and being able to have that weighted ball, that short weighted ball, that little flick on, or that cross when needed. I mean, like, do you see Brennan Johnson being able to have that type of work rate as a 10?
I do, but it's just because I'm a big Johnson fan. I think he can. The team's all right back on the pitch in the second half, guys. Angie's back out there. There is Ange Postecoglou. I'm sure James is going to find his bubble machine somewhere and start blowing bubbles. Are you?
Bubbles. No, I'm not blowing any bubbles.
Yeah, exactly.
I could do with a bubble. To tie this mop up.
Yeah, there is Michael Oliver. The West Ham players went up to him, said, "Look, did you find your bubble machine in the change room?" Yeah, I did find it. Yeah.
Oh, there they are. There are the bubbles right there.
Yeah,
there they are.
Right, guys, we're about to get off and underway in the second half.
I will join you at full time.
Yeah, we'll see you on full time, James, and we're off and on the way in this second half. There is James, our resident. He really is. He's like I don't know how you describe James, but James is like he really is so much like Colin. It's uncanny. They're both very similar. I don't know if you find that, Steve, but James and Colin are so alike. You can tell they're cousins. Like they really are.
They have a sneaky good sense of humor. You can tell that you can tell that there's going there. Like at any point there's going to be a troll somewhere in there. I like it.
Big up to everyone that's watching. 833 if you're in the house watching this North-West London derby. Danso comes out to Archie Gray. Tottenham now. West Ham playing towards the south stand, the north stand. Tottenham playing towards their own fans way up in the north stand somewhere there. That's where all the Spurs fans are. But we do have a habit of losing against West Ham. Don't make it today. Please do not make it today.
Yeah.
I do not want West Ham friends of mine texting me, ringing me, singing "I'm Forever" bubbles down the phone to me, sending me bubble messages. I don't need it today. Please don't do that. Please, Tottenham, do not let me down. And there's Steve writing, even at the moment, he's writing an email to Ange Postecoglou telling him what he should do, and he should listen to Steve. Steve is our resident tactician.
It's like when Matisse Tell was trying to play it forward because Jed Spence had the overlap, the ball gets deflected, comes down, and it's right there with Richarlison, who pulls up instead of actually trying to make a play for the ball, make a challenge, and he just acquiesces to West Ham right there. I was a little disappointed. That's all. That's what that look on my face. I was like, oh man, really?
Yeah. I deal with that.
Come on, Archie.
I will deal with that later. But here's my test tale now. Here is Tottenham on the break. Here's
Here we
Odegaard.
go.
Odegaard. Ah, for God's sake. Here's Kulu. Good wonder. Kulu on the ball. And it goes out for a throw
Ooh.
into
West Ham.
Tottenham. West Ham?
West Ham.
Seriously? There's Emerson.
Mm.
Not the Emerson, by the way. Big up to Greg Selnok. My least favorite of our row was West Ham. Bunch of chimney sweep. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. But can I just say,
I heard them being
go on.
described as pikeys or pikers.
yeah, we don't say that. No, yeah.
Okay.
That gets you into all sorts of problems.
I heard it just means gypsies, right?
Yeah, it does, but it gets you into all sorts of problems. Believe me,
Mm.
it gets you into a hell of a lot of issues. Believe me,
It's kind of,
West
but
Ham-
it's kind of accurate though.
no, it's very offensive to West End, East End, the East
Fair
Enders.
enough.
Actually, it's very
Fair enough.
offensive.
We won't use it then.
Yeah, one channel did use it, and he got a load of abuse for it. So we try not. Yeah, Greg says you don't be saying that. You don't. Anyone that's watching, we do apologize if you are. We humbly apologize. Oh
Nice little
Lord.
ball at the top right there.
Yeah, well
Do you
done.
know who my favorite London rivals are?
Who
I'm
is-
a big fan of Fulham and Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I like
West and
Crystal
South
Palace,
London.
actually. I've always had a bit. Look,
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
I'm still a bit laughing at what you just said. To be honest, you've totally thrown me.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, it's that American ignorance of not understanding what a word means, right? Because there's a lot of colloquial terms that Brits use, and I'm it's like I was asking what does that mean? So yeah. No, I don't want to offend anybody. So
yeah, I'm a North London roamery British, so I try and stay clear of that. So big up, Greg. Sorry if we offended you, man. We do apologize, man. It's never our intentions to offend anyone that watches our channel. We rarely do. So look, everyone's welcome. Don't care what ethnic age you are, black, white, pink, purple, Catholic, Protestant, whatever. You're welcome on this channel. Everyone knows that. But here's Spurs. So I do apologize again, Greg, and I hope you didn't take offense by it.
that was such a bad pass up the left flank for Batiste. Too far in. Not exactly clinical right there, and they concede possession again.
Yeah, they do. But here's Spurs.
There you go, Odebear. Close it down. There's Archie Gray. Okay, Kulu. He seems a little leggy, doesn't he?
Mm.
Kulu does seem a little leggy, doesn't he?
He does. There's Basuma, and there's Kulu. There is Basuma there. Really a free kick? Not really. But here's Spence now. Spence to Sarr. Sarr now. Running like a gazelle. Oh, finds a Mateus Towel. He should have crossed it, but he didn't. And we were talking about that, weren't we, at halftime? Being a bit selfish, go for the shot.
Yeah.
And that's fair play to him for having the crack. But did he have better options there? Maybe he did, but look, you can't help. He went for the crack, so you can't sort of
That's what I want to
for
see.
that. Yeah,
that's what you want to see. That was a great through ball.
It was. I don't think Tell's worth 60 million, but I do love his enthusiasm. I have to say.
That's funny. Yeah, thank you, Tequila. And the question was there better options when you're looking at it from the goal camera? Not necessarily. So I don't have a problem with Batiste being selfish. No, that wasn't a case where he had the overlap. So I don't mind it. And I thought it was the right decision.
Yeah.
nearly spit out my drink when I heard Steve say that word. People don't overreact. He didn't know it was offensive. How could he? Exactly. Thank you for having my back, Tequila.
I do know, and I do know we all have your back. Do you know these things? You're not expecting to know everything. Just do you know, Steve didn't mean it in any way, shape, or form. It was just he doesn't know what it means. It's not his fault. Do you know? And I think in football, you say things. You say things when you're watching a game, and you do say things. But look, can I just say, Steve is a top-notch guy. And look, if it did offend him, we do apologize. But you know, don't Steve.
My aim is to never offend.
No, it's not.
You know,
You're
I
a good
mean,
man.
yeah,
You're a good man.
We're just here to have a good time, and that's the thing is I enjoy the chat, and I certainly don't want to misrepresent or offend or go out of my way to hurt anybody's feelings.
Believe me, Steve. Believe me, a lot worse has been said in this channel. Believe me, that's not the worst thing that's ever been said. And Tequila knows what I'm talking about.
I've heard.
Yeah, that's not the worst. So what you've said is completely not the worst thing ever.
Like I'm just
about it.
I'm just getting used to the colloquial British term for putting an ER at the end of every single word, right? So somebody described champagne as champers or rugby as rugger, right? And I found out exactly how that came about when I was investigating the term soccer, how that was actually invented in England. So,
Greg, your message wasn't censored, man. It wasn't censored at all. And look, I read it out as well, by the way. So it was not censored at all. I did read it out. Tottenham here. Let's get back to what we do best, is talking football. And Tottenham here, defending well, Steve. Really defending well. Danso playing a good game.
Yep.
Davis playing good. That back four looks solid, doesn't it? And there was another
outside of Bowen's goal, they've stood tall, and right there, that was good positioning from Kevin Danso right there to clear it. That's the thing. It's like I like Kevin Danso as a squad player. I just don't know if he's. I don't know if I've seen enough to say that he can fill in at a starting position yet. But that being said, it's like I like what I see from Kevin Danso.
Yeah, but here's West Ham headbutting around. Tottenham win that 30-40. Point to Tottenham if you're playing head tennis. 15-all. They lose it. Point again. Here's Kulu running down the field, coming into the game. Here's Matez Tail against Kudos now. Kudos does get him. Big up. Yeah, Tequila is the only mod. Tequila is a good mod as well, by the way. He's chief mod.
He's
like sergeant. He's sergeant mod of all the mods. He tells the mods what to do. Big up to you, Tequila. Absolutely. You're absolute legend, man. You're a legend. Tequila the legend. That's what we were in. We should call you Legend. That's your name now. You're not Tequila 316. You're Legend 316. Here's now Matez Tell. Here's Richie. Hang on. Steve, I'm just getting breaking news from NASA. That ball has joined Basuma's and ball around orbit. It's now become a threesome.
Low Earth orbit.
It's just gone past Mars as we're speaking. That
was actually a great ball in, and Kulu did the right thing by knocking it down.
He did.
And then Richarlison comes in, and again, seems a little tentative. That's all I can say. Like I don't want to add to the swear jar, but that was not. It was
bollocks. It was bollocks. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
There you go. Yeah, 100%. That was bollocks.
It was bollocks. I'll do it for you. Don't worry. I'm Irish. I'm used to
bollocks.
Niger Republic knows what Irish people are like. We just swear for the sheer hell of it. Kulu is having an awful game. Do you know what? I think for a player that's come back from injury, look, for me, I think he's playing all right. But here's now West Ham. West Ham sort of growing into the game a little bit. West Ham now keeping it ball. Here's a Peki. I will get his name right. Here's now the number 14 for West Ham. Papa Sarr looking to close down. West Ham keeping the ball, just playing it around. Gets past Kulu. Kulu, that's no way a free kick. Oh, for fuck's sake, referee. Seriously to God. You love blowing your whistle, don't you? Let's have a look at it. Oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
Mary and Joseph.
You know, and I asked you if you felt that Kulu was a little leggy because it looks like he's huffing and puffing now. And again, it just, you know, I can understand. Like, here's the thing. Like, I kind of do agree. He hasn't been sharp, but a lot of that comes from Bowen again. A lot of that comes with, but a lot of that comes with more playing time, and you expect as this season closes down, Kulu will probably be a little bit more of himself. But I do have to agree, he has not been sharp at all today.
No. It was a good cross as well from West Ham. There was Bowen.
Beautiful.
Trapped it, went round Danso. On target. That's in the back of the net, by the way.
Oh,
that's West Ham's best chance in the second half.
Beautiful cross as they switch box. And Bowen, I like the fact that Bowen's first touch puts it down, allows the defender to run by, and then he just puts a nice little shot on. You're absolutely right, Kulu.
Who's Kulu to Archie Gray now? Making forward for the first time. Archie Gray goes back to Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr pushes it back now to Danso. Danso looking for options. Back to Sarr. Tottenham. He's telling to go forward. Archie Gray. There's Kulu. Tottenham sort of playing in little squares. And as Papa Sarr goes back, Tottenham being pushed back all the time. All the time. There's Danso looking for help, looking for action. Finds Ben Davis, his partner. Finds now Jed Spence now looking for options. Don't fucking back, go forward. Fuck's sake.
Come on, Tiny.
Come on. Come on. There's Archie Gray. Stop going back. Don't go back. Don't go back. Go forward. Well done, Archie Gray. Press. That's what you want. Well done for Pret. And that's a free kick. You tell him this referee's taking the biscuit. Seriously.
Oh, there you go.
But here's Odebear looking to find Matez. William Tell on the break. Go on, William. Go on. Here's Jed Spence.
Nice.
Oh, Nelly to Richie. Good move by Spurs. That was a free kick, by the way. How the referee didn't give that as a free 100%. Kick, or did he play advantage? Let's see.
That was 100%.
No, he played. Kick. He didn't give it. There was Odegaard. Lovely crossfield ball to William Tell. William Tell there.
But look at the overlap. Look at hitting the overlap right there. Beautiful.
They got lucky with the overlap because it sort of went through.
Yeah. And Jed Spence does a brilliant job by putting it across. Yeah. But then again, you also see Richarlison late getting into the box right there.
Yeah. Paqueta is down, but he's up now. Corner to Tottenham Hotspur. Come on, Spurs. Come on. Fans, draw that ball into the net. Draw the ball into the net, please. Make my Sunday a happy one. Let's make final score a happy place to be. Not a depressing place to be. A happy place to be. But tell with the corner. Oh, here is Basuma. Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. And the weed.
Would I take Jared Bowen at Spurs? 100%.
Yeah. I would take Basuma to shooting classes as well, by the way. Big up to Hay. Let's pray.
Hey.
Pray for what? Pray for a point. I'll take a point at this point. I'll take a point now. Man. I really would.
That was just god awful by Basuma. As that ball ricochets back, and it's like, that's the position he's supposed to be in. But that being said, it's like, you don't have a defender on you and you're putting one in orbit.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Here's West Ham. I tell you one thing, West Ham's won the basket. Is not a bad player, He's played quite well today.
He's actually not terrible.
I'd take him as Tottenham, funnily enough.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka. Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually.
It's not terrible.
Here's Jed Spence again playing well, and it is a offside. And there's the West Ham player. Is he coming
Nicholas Fulkrug.
Yeah, big up, Mick.
Yeah,
go on, Steve. Sorry.
I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is Fulkrug's first season in the Prem.
It is.
Yeah. Coming over
throw into West Ham. Yeah, we're in West Ham now. West Ham now on the right side. Tottenham get it back. Well defended by
Nice.
Spurs.
Well
Ben
defended.
Davis all the way back to Vicario. Vicario kicks it up the pitch, looking for Mamma Mia. Daniel looking for Richie, doesn't find Richie. Richie looks a bit lost. Odegaard trying to help him. Richie running like a pigeon. Here's Odegaard, the French wizard. Doesn't do much wizardry there, but well done from Basuma.
Nice.
Basuma does what he did against. And the ones that good stuff from Spurs here. Danso loses it, but look at that from Danso. Gets
Look
it
at
back
Tiny.
again.
Look at Tiny.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Free kick to Spurs. Yeah. Tiny Dancer. Done well. Basuma's on the floor. Now, I don't know what he's asking for. There's Odegaard next to Harry Potter. Harry Potter says, do you have any wands for sale? He says, no, I don't. So off he goes. Go and see the big fella that lives outside Hogwarts. He sells them. And here's Richie. That's a free kick and a yellow card.
Where's Hagrid? Where's Hagrid at?
You telling me that's not a booking?
100% that's a booking.
Jesus Christ, man.
We are in the 63rd minute.
Oh, don't tell me Richie's injured.
No, he's no, I think he's hammered.
Please don't tell me Richie's injured. That's a red card.
Yeah, that was a little bit of wee aggressive right there from Kilman. But we're in the 63rd minute, and I don't know how you feel, but I think we're at that point where we're going to have to start seeing some subs in the next couple minutes.
I agree, but he won't. That's the problem with Ange. He won't make them because why would you want to risk your important players before Thursday?
Well, you got Mikey Moore available. You got Brendan Johnson available.
Yeah.
Nice touch by Richarlison.
It's offside.
Stick that flag up your arse.
There's
the
Richie.
wee man with his offside flag.
Yeah, there's Harry Potter and his mate Ron. Ron's turned up. Ron looks a bit bald these days.
Ron
lost his ginger hair. Anyway, long kick up. There's Danso.
That's funny because he does look like a bald Ron. That's funny.
Yeah. Here's the do Ron. Anyway, here's Archie Gray.
To do Ron.
I don't know why that came into my head. It just did. Loses it. West Ham kick it up the field. Here's Danso. Danso against the number 14 for West Ham. Chucking, pulling, pushing. Doesn't get anywhere. Here it is now. West Ham in danger. Goes over the top and it goes out for a Tottenham throw. And yeah, I think 65 minutes in, we do start making substitutions. Mm-hmm. I do agree with you.
That's what I'm here for, Mike. That's what I'm here for. How are the Doobie Brothers doing today? And that's actually good to you. And now we have Basuma down on the ground right here. He's acting like he was shot. Bowman v. Basuma 1v1, and that's going to get tapped out by Basuma. But that being said, he's acting like he was hit in the face there as we look at the replay. And there was a little elbow action there from Bowen, but it wasn't anything serious. And the question is whether that was good enough to get the whistle.
And let's see Bowen here. There's Basuma.
Yeah. There was a little elbow action there.
There was a bit of a punch there, by the way, but not as bad as Basuma's making it out to be fair. I mean,
from that angle, it was.
Yeah,
from that angle, it was all fist. I thought it was elbow. No, that was all fist.
Yeah. Well, that's what a London derby's all about, isn't it? It's about giving blood, sweat, and tears. That's what a London derby is. West Ham. Good kick out from Odegaard. Here's Richie. Richie gets bundled over, and it is a free kick. A free kick here. Big up to Michael. Hope you're doing well, brother. 66 minutes gone. 1-1.
That had to have been a free kick because Kilman absolutely destroyed him right there. Yeah, that has to be a free kick.
Now, here is the introduction of young Mikey Moore. I'm trying to tell him what to do. I don't know who's gone off. Is it Richie? It is Richie.
Yep.
Now,
it's Richie.
Now, I think Tell will go up front.
Yep.
I think Mikey Moore will go on the wing. Telly will go up front. I tell you one thing, it looks a bit. Richie looks a little walking off a bit gingerly, you know.
Little bit. So now, does Mikey Moore go on the left or on the right? Do they keep Odebear on that right side?
I put him on the left. That's Mikey Moore position. I put him on the left. Keep Odebar on the right.
Fair enough.
That's where Richie is. I tell you, another player who's doing well at the moment is that young South Korean lad playing for QPR. He's really tearing it up there.
Yeah,
from
Yang
what I'm
Min
hearing.
Hook.
Yeah. But here's Jet Spence now.
Oh, nice
the
touch.
Jedi Master on Nick.
Nice touch
on.
by Moore.
Go on.
Nice touch
Here
by
it
Moore.
is. Oh, it's gone out for a corner. I love that from on Neymar. On Neymar. Yeah, he is.
Look at that. Look at that touch by Mikey Moore that sprang him.
Yeah.
Essentially being defended 2v1. He slips one right through the legs to Jed Spence, pushing forward. Nice opportunity there for Jed Spence to put one over. It's deflected out for a corner, but automatically Mikey Moore comes on and just creates a little flick, and now he's taking the corner. Come on, Mikey. Put one on, baby.
A corner kick to Tottenham. Big up to Hey. Come on, you Spurs. Exactly. Side netting.
I thought it
Big up
went.
to Hey. Haven't seen you before. Do like and subscribe, sir. Do. If you're over on X, do come over. We're on the march for 3K, but do us a favor, right? It doesn't cost you anything. It really doesn't. It's free of charge. Come over, hit the like on the stream. It helps with the algorithm, and hit that subscription button as well. You know, helps us get to 3K before the start of next season. If you like what you're seeing, there's 937 of you in the house. If all 933 of you were to come over, we'd be in 3K land right now on this stream. So do that. Do us a favor. Show some love. Go and show some love to me and Steve. We're putting the business in here. We're doing the hard graft. We're putting in the hard work. You guys are sitting there enjoying it. Come over, show some respect, show them a little bit of appreciation. Come over from X, hit the notification bell, hit the subscription button, hit the like button. And hey, as well, why not, when you're over here, pick up your memberships as well for loads of members only content coming up for you in the summer and next season as well. We're really going to kick on with the members only content. We really are. We're going to start putting it up there. It's been out for us, West Ham. Thrown to West Ham, Archway just a bit far, but do guys come over? It really would mean a hell of a lot to us all if you could. But here's West Ham now.
Don't even think
on
about
the attack. Here's West Ham.
Don't even think about it.
Just feel good about the position. Here's West Ham over the bar.
Yeah, enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Don't even think about it. Just hit the like and subscribe button. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah. And when you're there, just shoot over the stateside footy. And do it there. I've noticed, Steve, you haven't changed your logo on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Because tonight or tomorrow because I'm going to Spurs on London on Friday morning. I've got to get all the streams up early this week for next weekend. So I've redesigning a couple of thumbnails for you.
Good. Yeah, I'm going to be switching the logo this afternoon. It's on the to-do list.
Yeah, I've got to well done. It's gone out for a corner. It is a corner. Yeah, I've got to put up Thursday and Sunday streams by Wednesday. That's my deadline. So I've got a lot of work to do this week. There will be a predicted lineup show this week for the Bodo game and the Palace game. Saturday night. Me and Steve will be live. I will be live from London for the pre-match show. I will do a show Saturday afternoon with James if he's around, and Colin if he's around and Kitty wants to come on. Then Saturday night we will be doing a live stream as well, me and Steve, before the Palace game. Sunday, I hope the guys will be able to patch me in, and you will get me live from the stadium. There's loads of videos going out as well. Me talking to fans and that. I have got my stick ready somewhere in my pocket, in my drawer. I will find my pogo stick and get some reaction from fans. I'm looking forward to it. 4 days of proper content for the channel. And it's a free kick to West Ham, 72 minutes gone. Big up to everyone that's come over here, though. Nearly 1,000 of you watching us. Wow. Really does. Forgive my lack of knowledge, lads, but who is the 8 bar in respect of? I'm guessing Gaza. Do you know what? I will find that out when I go over there, Michael, for you. I will find. I don't know. I don't know what the number 8, who the number 8 bar is in. Like, it's a great bar, by the way. I love going in there. It's always good music in there after the game as well, and that is a thrown to West Ham.
Yeah, it looked like it was. It went off the arm right there of Jed Spence.
Yeah, here's
Come on,
West
Archie
Ham
Gray.
now. West Ham on the attack, but here's now Mikey Moore. Go on, Mikey. Mikey Moore goes past one, gets fouled, and there we go. I don't know what you're moaning about. You idiot.
Yeah,
Seriously.
100% that was a yellow.
No, why were you moaning? Seriously. It's a yellow card. Get over it. You got outdone by a 17-year-old.
Because he's a donkey's arse.
Right.
He's a donkey's arse.
Mikey Moore's one of our own. Do you know? He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Mikey Moore. He's one of our own. Do you know what? There you go. Here is Basuma with the free kick. West Ham still complaining. Just get on with it. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Like, good. Send them off. Go on. Send them off for calling you. Go on. Go on. Send them off. Go on. Send them off. Go on. Send them off.
He's one of our own.
Go on. Send them off. Go on. You've got them rattled now. You've got them rattled. The referee still wants to word with them. Referee still wants to word. He must have said something to the referee. Referee's telling him, you said that to me again, you're going off, mate. All right? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You're going off, all right? No, I don't care about any bubble machines, all right? Okay? I don't care. I'll give it back to you. I'm sending you off. You go and talk to me like that again. Go
and
on.
there's Kulu trying to stifle a smile.
Yeah.
That was funny.
They've got him rattled now. I think Tottenham should actually target him. They've got him rattled. They do have Paquete rattled. So just focus onto him. But here's Jed Spence, 75 minutes nearly coming up on the clock. Tottenham 1, West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. And for me, that would be a good result for Spurs. I would take a 1-0 draw. You did say 2-2, to be fair. Yep. United are 4-1 down. Mr. Brady, wow. Colin kept that quiet. Oh, God, United just... That's short, yeah. Here's now... header up by West Ham.
Nice play by...
I would love to know, Philip, what side did Man United put out, by the way, Philip? If you can let us know in the chat. Here is now West Ham. Kudos now. West Ham. Here's Paquette. Lovely ball of the light side of his book, but there's Jedi Spence header in. Basuma. Here's Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore loses it, and it is a free kick. He did handle it, and it's all right. West Ham now complaining. You're just getting done by a 17-year-old that is a little genius. You got a load of old-legged players.
Look at Mikey Moore trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, he's come on and said, right, I'm taking this game out. But here's Spurs on the attack. Oh, a bit overrun. Cooler. Just a
what
bit.
Was that? That was a little bit there from Tiny. Yeah. Good idea, just a little too much pace on that one.
Can't believe United are 4-1 down.
I can, because they're shit.
Well, no, 4-1 down to Brentford. Didn't they lose there last year or the year before? 5-2 or something to Brentford.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah.
But yeah, we have got actually Chelsea and Liverpool, of course, are on 4:30, and of course the Monday night game is Palace versus Forest. But United are 4-1 down, by the way. Wow. It says on the Premier League, it is so easy for Brentford to carve Man United apart. A square pass across the penalty area, 2-1 with the goalkeeper. Jano Weiser taps it in. It is a changed United team with Thursday in mind, so I'm not surprised. Sure. But if you look at the two sides, we've made changes. Man United have made changes. we seem to be doing better than with our second 11 than Man United were doing with their second 11.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, West Ham is about to do a 3-sided change right here. So
all right, I'll let you talk you through that then, Steve. Go on. Tell us who's coming on.
So Harry Potter is going to be making some changes, and yeah, as soon as that comes up, we'll definitely let you know. But yeah, they should be announcing it right now.
Yeah. There we go. There's 4.
No, it's
4
okay,
changes.
so there you go. 4-sided change. And let's
we go up.
find out.
No, we don't go up. Do we? Yeah, we do go up. I think we do go up the league.
Yeah. Yeah, so there it is. Yes.
No, we don't. We stay 16th. We're only a point behind Man United and Everton. So a win here would take us up to 14th. Here it is. Papa Sarr, Tottenham looking for a winner. Kulu with the ball. Come on, let's get a winner. Let's get up to 14th in the league. Come on. A bit more respectable. That would be a bit more respectable. Here's Papa Sarr. Here is Tell to Odegaard. Archie Gray with the overlap. Good header out by West Ham. Here's now Papa Sarr now. Yeah, Spurs would be a point behind. Papa Sarr! Oh, just over the bar from Papa Sarr. Oh, dear. Yeah, so at the moment, Spurs would be only a point behind Man United and Everton.
Ooh,
do you know, we still have a chance to finish 12th, you know?
Yeah.
I think if Palace win tomorrow, I think 12 goes out of it. But I think we've got a chance to finish 13th at least.
Yeah. And you know what? For everything that's happened, 13th in the Europa League, you can't necessarily be upset about that.
No. Do you want to talk through the substitutes here? I know Evan Ferguson, which is a big thing for me, being an Irish fan, is now coming on for West Ham. So I'm going to keep a close eye on him. What are the other substitutes as well, Steve? Do you want to talk through them?
It looks like it's going to be Prost, Ward, Ferguson, and let me pull up some of these. I don't have them yet. Yeah, but it looks like Ferguson, Prost, Ward, and 2 others. Just give me 1 second here. As we are waiting for the official changes to happen. Here we're in the 79th minute. So it looks like it almost feels like West Ham is trying to potentially go with the jugular by putting Evan Ferguson on the pitch. And that's also somebody you're gonna have to keep
Prowse as well as on there.
Yeah. Yep. So it's gonna be Ferguson for Fulkrug.
I've seen James putting in the point that he's very disappointed. I'm not. I think it's been a good professional display with Tottenham. I think West Ham is on the onus to them to come out and put the onus on us. And I think we've defended it very well. It's been a very defensive second half, but we haven't let ourselves down. I get what he's saying, but I tell you one thing: this Basuma and Sarr thing.
Yeah, it's here's the substitutes right now. It's Vladimir Kofal, defender, Carlos Solar, James Ward-Prowse, and Evan Ferguson. You know, I understand where James is coming from because I feel a little disappointed. Not with the effort. The effort is something that I'm actually very proud of, and if they do finish this off and it's a 1-1 draw, that's you went to West Ham and you got a result. That's something actually to be proud of. But you know what? The Spurs have actually put themselves in advantageous positions to go ahead in this match. They've had chances that they haven't been able to capitalize. And so from that standpoint, it is a little bit of a disappointment, Dermot. Ooh, what a save by Vicario. And that was put right on the money. Good save by Vicario. And all of a sudden, Tottenham tries to clear it right there. That goes all the way back down to their keeper. And now here's West Ham trying to build back up, but there's Archie Gray right there in the face, and Danso will cover.
Well done, Dan. So up the field, header out by West Ham. There's Kulu now. Basuma, Papa Sarr, Tottenham. Oh, that's a free kick, referee. Thank you so much. Give us a yellow card to that West Ham fucker. Sorry. Fecker.
Yeah.
That's what you want. But there we
That
go.
was-
It was what a save that
Yeah, that
was
was an
from
excellent
Picard.
save.
It really was. And it really was a good in swinger as well. Dangerous, but that I think that saved us a point there. That wins you games. That
was an
saves
excellent-
wins you games.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
Bowen
excellent.
again.
Yeah, excellent in swinger, and Bowen was right there on the money. What an absolutely beautiful save by Vicario right there.
That breathes confidence. That breathes right. Let's
Yep.
finish it. Exactly. Hey, let's finish it. Look, I would have, if somebody said to me, you get a point, I would have bitten their hand off for a point today, to be fair. I really would have bitten their hand off for a point. But
well, considering that this team has struggled in the Premier League not only to get wins but also to get results, and I understand where James is coming from, because when you look at this in a vacuum, Tottenham has actually created more chances than West Ham, and we just have not been clinical enough to finish. And so, from that aspect, like, we should be up 2-1, 3-1 at this point, and from that aspect, yes, it's a little disappointing. As it will be a West Ham free kick right there.
Yeah, it is. West Ham kick it along up the field. Evan Ferguson being marked out of the game. It's important for me to see how Ferguson plays, because it's just going to be the Ferguson at Brighton. I see, I like him at Spurs, Ferguson. I think Ferguson at Tottenham would do very well, in my opinion. But he's only at loan at West Ham. I think he's only at loan at West Ham. But there's Ward Price, formerly of Southampton as well. A player else who would like at Spurs, but he's now at West Ham. Yeah. Here's Vicario. Vicario coming up to 5 minutes plus injury time to go. 1-1. Header all the way back to the goalkeeper. And there's the defender and the goalkeeper arguing with himself. Yeah, it's no buy for option. So I would
I thought he was on loan.
Yeah.
How much do you think Brighton would ask for him?
In his present form, probably 30-40 million.
That's not a bad price. That's not a bad price for Ferguson.
Yeah. And I like Ferguson. Look, I see him a lot for Ireland, so I know he can do it. He's got the talent. He's got the ability. It's about him being in the right environment. And he's played under Graham Potter as well. At Brighton, when Graham Potter was the one that brought him through. So, he's played under Potter. So he's used to. Big up, over 1,000 of you in the house now. Big up to you, 1,011. Please do come over and hit that subscription button and like button over at YouTube. Really would appreciate it. But here's now West Ham. Here's West Ham in the Tottenham area. Jed Spence left that, and he gets a hug from the big man himself, Big Vicario, and he gets a hug from him. I want you to get your thinking cap on, Steve, for you're a man of the match. So I will ask you probably in the next couple of minutes. So have a think about it and let me know who your man in the match is. And maybe in final score, we'll get you to explain why you went with that player for man of the match. So have a few minutes. There's a few West Ham fans leaving now. They've seen enough. They think a draw. They're disappointed. They haven't won the cup final. There you go. The cup's coming back to North London. Because it's a draw, we get to retain it, and you lads don't get the cup. But here's Tottenham now. Here's Papa Sarr, but West Ham win it back. Here's West Ham now. West Ham goes through once, goes through two. Here's Wonder-Basker with the ball against Mikey Moore. West Ham with the overlap, does use it, doesn't go far. He goes back now. Here is now West Ham. Can they nick a winner? We're coming into the last few minutes of the game. 86 minutes gone. Can West Ham nick a winner? Can Tottenham nick a winner? Will it end up 1-1? Who knows? But anyway, here is West Ham with the ball. Why West Ham are sort of bouldering around with the ball here. Who's your man in the match, Steve?
Very good question. And certainly you're not wrong. Over the last 15 minutes, West Ham has been on the front foot. They have put themselves in a little bit better positions than Tottenham. But to answer your question, man of the match, you know what? It's coming down between two players. Number one is going to be Kevin Danso. I thought he's played incredibly well today. I think he's been that rock and that anchor of that back line. So that's the first name that comes to my mind. But you know what? And this is going to sound kind of crazy. Do you think I think Mikey Moore has to be up there as well too. Since he's came on, he has given a different dimension to Tottenham Hotspur in that attack. Yeah. He's been aggressive. He's been bold. He's been courageous. A little bit better than Matisse Tell was starting this match. You can say Odegaard because he got the goal, right place, right time, but ever since then, it hasn't really been much. So for me right now, I'm going to sit on it a little bit more. Is it going to be Mikey Moore or is it going to be Kevin Danso? That's a good question, man. It's a good question.
Okay, well, you got to make a decision.
I think it's going to be Kevin Danso.
Okay, fine. Kevin Danso for man of the match. We just put back final score to 4:15 because when this match is over and I need 2 minutes to do some stuff, we're not going to be ready for 4. But I can tell you it's now 4-2 at Brentford. But here's West Ham. Oh my God, Archie Gray nearly scored an own goal. But
good defense by Archie. Good defense by Archie right there. In the back of the net.
If West Ham win today, they go up to 14th in the league as well, by the way. But it is offside, and it is going to be a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Cheers, Mick. We'll see you on Thursday. So I hope you enjoy your roast. Yeah, it was offside. Well offside. I'd say, I don't know why. I hate this. I'll talk about it on the score. It really bugs me that if you're offside, the game should stop there and then. I don't know why they have to let the play through. It's just really annoying.
Well, that's actually how it used to be.
Yeah.
If you're outside the games. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. Mikey Moore. And it goes out for a Spurs throw. Come on. How long we got, guys? Very disappointing in his team, but they can't beat West Ham. Look, if anyone said to me, would you take a draw at halftime or before the game, I would have taken a draw. Look, I went for a 3-0 win because I'm always confident we can win. But here's Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore crosses it in. Oh, nobody's there. Well, it was gone out anyway. It's gone out anyway for a goal kick. That's what Mikey Moore can do. But how long have we got left? We do.
I'm surprised we've only had one sub. I'm surprised there's only been one sub.
But why risk the other players if you're going to use them Thursday?
Well, but then again, you have a Jai on the bench. You have Brendan Johnson, who's this team's leading scorer, and you're telling me he can't come on for 15 minutes and play somewhat of a little role.
Here's West Ham. We've got 4 minutes of time added on here. West Ham looking to win it, looking to nick it in injury time. Tottenham looking a little bit pensive. A little bit. If Tottenham do lose today, this will be the first time in Premier League histories we have lost 15 games in one season. At the moment, he is equaling with Ozzy Ardiles. If he loses today, he will own the record outright. But let's not hope for a Spurs win. Let's hope for a Tottenham win. A West Ham win. Let's hope for a Spurs win. And there's Vicario. And it goes out for a goal kick. Look, I agree with you, Kevin Danso, man of the match, by the way. I think he's been the far best player on the pitch. So I agree with you on that. That's a good shot. Crazy thing is, if results don't go Arsenal's way, they might not even secure Champions League football. Yeah, I'm going to get into that probably during the week about the Premier League. It's so tight at both ends of the table. Well, especially for the European places at the moment. That's mentally close. But here's Vicario, kicks it long up the field. Looking for options. Good header on. Nobody up there. I think Kulu's gone down the middle now. Or is it Tell? It's Tell's gone down the middle. 3 minutes to go.
It's Kulu and Tell.
Yeah. Here's West Ham. Looking for options.
Come on, Mikey Moore. Get up in there and make a press.
West Ham playing it round the back.
You can
Tottenham
tell that's
pressing,
Spurs.
looking for a last winner. West Ham
can tell
just
they're
generally playing it. Good stuff from good. This is actually, you have to say, good stuff from West Ham here. They seem to be breaking, and they are breaking. Here's West Ham. Surely not. Surely West Ham can't win it here. Surely not. Well done, Pontel. And it's a free kick to West Ham United just outside the area. Oh my God, Lord, please don't lose it.
I don't.
Please do not.
I don't know if that is. Let's see this again. Was this? Oh, how?
That's harsh. That is a harsh.
That is
that's not a
harsh.
free kick. This referee's been conned a few times by West Ham players, to be fair.
Because Odegaard was playing the ball and he got his foot there first.
This what scares me. Ward-Prowse can score from here, by the way. He's good at these. Ward-Prowse is very good at these.
Come on, airmail it. Send it into orbit. Let's go.
Ange looking pensive on the touchline.
As we're approaching the 93rd minute here.
Yeah. We're now into a minute left of the game. Ward-Prowse. Vicario shouting, looking for a four-man wall. Does he get a four-man wall? He does. We've got the draft excluder. Gun down the back, which is Kulu. Here's Ward-Prowse. Takes one step back, two steps back. Calms himself. Referee there. Ward-Prowse over the top of the bar. Oh, and it's just gone wide. And that is the point for Tottenham Hotspur that we desperately, desperately need to get our confidence back on track. After a good win on thing, let's see how close it was. Nowhere near close. It was nowhere near. And West Ham with heads in hands, that is it. Yeah, it is Michael Oliver. What do you expect? Look, we're coming up to the end of the game. I'm happy with the draw.
Yeah.
You went for a draw anyway, Steve. So
I did.
You know,
I did. 2-2.
Yeah. But look, a draw's better than nothing. A point's better than nothing. Yeah. And that is it. No, it's not it. Here is Tottenham now. Referee playing a few more minutes on. No free kick. Is that it? And it is it, guys. It is ended. Tottenham 1, West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. A draw for Spurs, a draw for Ange, a point away in the second last London derby. Steve, I think it's a point well deserved, to be fair. It doesn't push us up the table, but it gives us confidence for Thursday. And that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? I want to tip my cap to these players because they didn't treat this like a preseason friendly. They treated this like a proper London derby. They played hard. They played well. And again, you're absolutely right. I did predict a draw because that seemed to be that did seem to be where the direction I was heading in. Where I do agree with James is, one of the things we got was the hustle and the determination, but the other thing we just didn't get with the goals. And I thought that, we actually created far more chances than West Ham. And if we were just a little bit clinical, we probably would have scored 3. And to me, that was a little disappointing because Richarlison got on 3 of those. And you put him into orbit. And that to me is the disappointing part because you know what, when you see a performance like Thursday where we took our chances and buried them, today it's like we created great chances and we just could not finish. And there is a little disappointing aspect because we should have won it. But Wayne Bonner's right, a draw is better than a defeat. So you know what, I'm okay with this result because when you look at the past results, we're not good enough, and today it actually was good enough.
Yeah, Steve, look, you got over 1,040 people watching us. They're hanging on your word what you're going to say. They're eagerly waiting your appeasal for this match. They want to hear, the thoughts of the tactician maestro that you are. Are you happy with the draw? I am. I'm really happy with the draw. Are you happy or are you disappointed?
I'm a little disappointed because again, we had opportunities. Where Richarlison found himself in a few different advantageous positions where, with a little bit of clinical finish, we would have actually won this game. And I just felt like we let one slip through our hands. But that being said, to walk away from this one with hustle, with heart, with desire, and walking away with a point, you can't necessarily be upset.
Yeah. James, that build-up was for you, by the way.
That's all right.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh,
Are you
if you can
happy
hear
or? Yeah, we can. Are you happy or unhappy with that point?
Look, I'll take a point. I'm happy with taking a point. I just felt we could have been a little bit more clinical and a bit more cutting edge. It was a tough game. West Ham made it tough for us. It was a hard game. It was a good game. When I put it into the chat on the watch along there, I just felt a bit disappointed. I felt like we could have just found another gear. That's what I feel. I agree, though. It was great to see Mikey Moore coming on. I think he did make a big difference coming on. Injected some pace, and that's exactly what I wanted to see from him. When I saw him coming on, I was like, here we go. Young Mikey Moore is going to start injecting some pace down that left-hand side. And it was, like I say, it just wasn't meant to be today for us. But I think it was it was a fair result. That's the easiest way to put it. It was a very fair result.
It is. Well, listen, guys, we are going to leave there. We are starting final score in 15 minutes. So do join us for that, where me, Steve, and James will come on and give you our instant reactions to the game. But I want to thank Steve for joining me for the watch along. Thanks a lot, Steve. I want to thank James for joining me for the watch along, and both of you for before the whistle as well. Tottenham have gone to West Ham. They've drawn 1-1. West Ham don't get home to take home the trophy. Tottenham get to keep it. But Michael Oliver has won the bubble machine of the season. So well done to Michael Oliver. You've been fantastic, and you get your bubble machine. On that bombshell, I should have left it there, but I'm not. I'm going to have to welcome in a few people. Big up to Mr. Wayne Bond. I want to thank you. I want to thank also Donna Cullen for becoming a new member as well. I want to big up to Ollie. He says, that was real crap. We need a new manager now. Come on, guys. It was real crap. That's the truth. Well, Ollie, come in to final score and get your questions in. Mr. Steve, we're also having Beyonce concert this year. Yippee.
I see you, Miss Colin.
And also, Mr. Steve, when do you come to visit the Skywalk? Look, just let the man breathe, Donna. Let the man breathe. Let him breathe. Give him time. Get him time.
I'll be in the UK in the fall. I'm tentatively scheduling around the first North London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So whenever the schedule gets released, we'll know more.
Yeah. Well, on that bombshell, that is a bombshell to end it on all bombshells. We'll leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Join us in 15 minutes for final score. Come on, you Spurs, and the big cockle we trust. We never stop because we're Tottenham Hotspur. We will rise. We will win. We are Spurs. Woo-hoo.
All I care about is Kulusevski.